Wala, bilang control na.
Gusto na lang ko na.
Oo, saan na lang? Sige pala yan.
Table to point 8. Students should balance the use of artificial intelligence programs. Where majority of respondents agree, we have percentage 47%. Oh, what's that?
Basta ko alam ba?
Table 2.9, artificial intelligence makes students lazy in their academics where
Majority of time,
with the majority respondents agree, they agree is 37% percentage. In table 2.9, artificial intelligence provides invalid and biased information with the majority respondents is agree and neutral is 35% each.
Yeah, to continue the discussion,
To continue the discussion,
let's have
Mr. Dean.
So, to continue, Table 2.11, Artificial Intelligence Programs make students frustrated with their responses. Majority of our respondents answered neutral with the frequency of 190 students and 40%, which means that they are still unsure if whether or not AI presents responses that can make their users frustrated. In Table 2.12, AI tools have made it easier for students to cheat their academic work, with majority of our respondents responding to agree with the frequency of 197 students, representing 41% of the total respondents. In Table 2.13, students who rely heavily on AI for learning tend to struggle with independent learning. Majority of our respondents answered agree with a frequency of 204 students and the percentage rate of 43%. In Table 2.14, overdependence on AI diminishes students' creativity and academic endeavors with a percentage rate of 43%, which is the majority of all options answering agree. And lastly, for Table 2.15, AI integration should be carefully monitored to prevent students from becoming overly dependent on it for academic stress, with the majority of the respondents answering agree and strongly agree with 47% and 38%, which also answers the last question of our statement of the problem on what methods should be implicated in the fair usage of, or utilization of AI talents. So, to discuss the summary, conclusion, and recommendation, the conclusion will be discussed by Ms. Kim Harvey Aramis. Go.
So our conclusion answered our SOP and are based on our data. On our data we gathered from our survey. So first, we concluded that majority of our respondents are female. In terms of age, majority of them are 17 years old. In terms of strand, youths were the majority and grade 11 students were the majority of our respondents. Next, overdependence on artificial intelligence have a significant implication on critical thinking skills. Next, the level of knowledge of students who overly depends on artificial intelligence tends to struggle more on independent learning than those who do not rely on artificial intelligence. Next, overdependence on artificial intelligence can result to affect their confidence since they rely on artificial intelligence on answering their questions done on their own. Next, artificial intelligence can be this wait, what's the word? Artificial intelligence can be disadvantages according to our survey questionnaires. And lastly, implementing AI integration and fair use of artificial intelligence should be monitored to promote fair utilization of artificial intelligence in the classroom. For the recommendation, let's have Mr. Dale.
So for our recommendation, the basis of our recommendation comes from the results of our survey questionnaires that were analyzed and interpreted So first up is to promote digital literacy programs. So if schools were to so if schools were to implement these programs into the curriculum of the students, it will help students to be more aware on how to use AI, artificial intelligence programs, but also to identify the potentials and restrictions regarding to using AI. In that way, they will be able to evaluate information generated by AI and use their problem solving and analytical skills in order to determine what is true and what is not. Next, provide AI training for teachers. Teachers are basically the guides for students to academic success. So if they were to be exposed to AI training, it will allow to expand their knowledge about AI, guiding students to how to properly use them in the future and to implement them in classes. Next, encourage diverse learning methods. If students were to be exposed to different diverse learning methods, it will help them to explore a lot of learnings, not just focusing on AI, but also implementing into traditional methods or group activities and whatsoever. So by implementing traditional methods and digital methods like artificial intelligence, it can help us overcome the overdependence of artificial intelligence of students, making it a fair balance of different learning methods. Next, implement AI ethics and responsible use guidelines. If students were to be able to educate themselves on the rules and regulation on how to use artificial intelligence, it will help them to know when to use AI and when to not use AI by evaluating the information generated by those programs. Lastly, to enhance the algorithm of AI responses, this allows AI developers to improve their programs and their system in generating information, making sure that it decreases in providing students of invalid and biased information, gaining them more access to more factual and valid data. And that would be all for our research proposal defense. Ang timers na, ikaw ba sa discussion kay Kalenta Managay? Sa mga sa para taas-taas pa yung ito, sleep is important.
Yes.